No, it's just an all-around you thing.
Okay. Well, I guess God's wrath is not powerful enough.
God took the day off.
He did. He did. He didn't want to help out Hugh Jassel.
I wouldn't either.
What if there was like an apostle, like there's Apostle Paul, Peter,
Apostle
and
Hugh.
then Hugh Jassel.
There is. We're playing as him.
We're playing the story of Hugh Jassel.
Alright. Oh, jeez. Oh, you know what's interesting? So I'm going to just bring this up because, like, what time, like, the present.
Okay.
It's going to be way after this happened. But, dude,
What is going on?
I got one-shotted.
Oh, you got one shot by the big dude.
Do you want to try this, by the way? Because you
Sure.
want to use the sword.
How do you use it? You do this and then press R2.
Uh-huh. Probably want to try and get our souls, too.
Okay.
I'm going to wait till you've killed a few of them.
Okay. Where'd you die? Was it down here?
Yeah, down at where we pick up the sword.
Okay.
Nice.
Thanks. This sword's really cool.
I know, right? Why am I sitting like this?
You're just like so excited.
Freaking idiot.
Oh no!
Still got him.
Okay, that was like a snipe.
Still got it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Heal.
Oh man! I tried.
Oh, that should hit him.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Nice. So I was going to say, dude, current events are so weird. So I guess I don't usually do this, but just so people know, today is January 7th when this got recorded. You know, these things take me hours to edit. I have to rebalance the sound. I have to sync everything up.
Right.
I have to do a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff you don't see. Ironically, I probably spend more time on the Let's Play channel than on the main channel at this point. And it makes...
Just because these videos take a while.
Yeah, and it makes like an eighth of the money. But it's more fun, I think.
Right.
But I digress. So it's January 8th, and yesterday, it's like it's not funny, but it is funny in like a sad way.
Yeah.
There were like a bunch of people who borderline attacked the Capitol. I mean, like most of them were just there, though. That's
Right.
the thing. So like, let me explain this in a way that the liberal media will not tell you how it really is. So I'm going to tell you in my Ben Shapiro voice. Yesterday, some of the people actually went down to the Capitol. Now, these people were Trump supporters, allegedly. Now, allegedly, they actually went into the Capitol and caused a problem. But if we look at the photos, most of them were just standing there. However, there were a few that brought IEDs. IEDs, if you have not played Call of Duty, hit video game, Modern Warfare, are a improvised explosive device. So basically, there were people who brought bombs.
Right.
Like, I think they recovered 3 or 4 bombs.
That was like 3. But
Either way, it doesn't even matter. That's a big
no,
deal.
3 is better than 4.
You're right.
4 would be a terrorist attack. 3 is just a skirmish. Okay. It's very important here.
I feel like you're the federal government here. No, so like that's a big deal. However, I will also say this: no matter what you think of the election, there were a few people that were such pussies that were like, I was going to object to this election, but since these random hillbillies showed up, I'm not going to. It's like, well then you probably never were going to, and you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're kind of a pussy.
Like, no matter what you think about it, like, even if you're like a Joe Biden supporter, like 100%, it's like, well, if you don't believe this, you shouldn't object anyway. But if you, as a Republican, actually believed that there was fraudulent stuff going on, then people showing up and being dicks shouldn't change that.
Right.
And if you didn't believe that there was actually fraudulent stuff going on, you never should have objected to the process.
Right.
Because that's wrong.
Right.
You know, it's wrong to object just because you lose.
Right.
So it's up to you what you believe on that. But I just thought it was interesting how that was spun. And look, this is my little conspiracy theory, but just like I would say for some of the Black Lives Matter stuff, how probably some of those people who caused problems were not actually with the group.
Right.
I would argue that the same could be true here. And if it can't be, why was it true there? You know what I mean? Because, like, people were always saying, like, well, the people who started those actual fights, it was either because the police attacked them or because they weren't actually with Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well then...
The same could be here.
Yeah, the same could be said here.
Well, and there even is photos of people that were at both. So it's kind of like, well, what is...
Wait, really? Is that a real thing?
There actually is photos, yeah.
So that was a thing that the U.S. government used to do during the Civil Rights Movement.
Right.
Is they would install people who would cause violence so that they could say, hey, look, they're violent.
That didn't happen.
You're right, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, you're right, that didn't happen.
What are you talking about here?
But I wouldn't be surprised if that happens at most things like this.
Well, it always happens.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm always there. I take my cock out, and they're like, oh, he's back.
He's back. Whoa, this guy is back. Bald cock, Martin.
He's shaved again, Ron.
Run. I like the idea they see like bald cock Martin and they're like, oh no! They get like flashbacks to last.
It's war flashbacks.
They're like, bald cock Martin's here again. Oh no.
No, you know, it's so weird. I do agree with what you said, though, that, like, I don't actually think there really will be a civil war, and the reason I say that is because we have nukes now.
Right.
So it's like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
there's civil wars going on in modern day other countries.
yeah, but, like...
You're thinking like the government would just like step in and be like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Dude, the government nuked Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Allegedly.
And glassed thousands of civilians.
Allegedly.
Like, out of nowhere. They were like, yeah, we're not a fan of you.
Well, if you believe fake news.
You're right. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. But
I feel like you had something to say about it and you're just not saying it.
I do.
You can talk about it.
So it's interesting because, you know, not to like weirdly flex this on anyone, but I've been reading a presidential biography on every president.
Trust me, that wouldn't be a flex on anyone anyway.
Oh, I killed him. Thank you, by
Nice.
the way, for that vote of confidence there. So I've been reading a presidential book on every president, and I'm actually up to Abraham Lincoln right now.
Oh,
So
that's not very far.
I only started this like a year ago.
Okay, well,
And
hurry up.
I'm also not really a reader.
Hurry up, please.
So anyway, so I'm on Abraham Lincoln right now. So I've actually been like, you know, basketballs deep in the Civil War for about 5 presidents now.
All right.
So I'm actually an expert.
Wait. There was another item.
Oh, there was? Mm-hmm. But anyway, something I would like to say is I've actually been kind of studying current events through the lens of a historian.
Wait, where'd it go? Did you already pick it up?
Maybe.
I thought there was an
I thought
item
there was
on
one
the
over
edge of,
here.
Yeah, on the edge of one of the building things. There you go.
So I've actually been studying current events through the lens of like a historian for a while now, just kind of thinking about like, well, how does this match up with history? And one thing I've been finding kind of interesting is actually a lot of the things in our current events going on actually paralleled the stuff going on in the years leading up to the Civil War. And I find, I forgot about that. I find it kind of interesting because it's like, are we actually going towards a civil war? You know? Because some of the things mimic that. So, leading up to the Civil War, there was basically senators and politicians from certain states from the South, essentially over the years going against the government. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you see the main one being John Calhoun, who you can actually blame for the Civil War.
Lake Calhoun.
Yeah, because he actually was the one that kind of riled up the South. And, you know, for like literally 30 years, he kept going against the government, all the way back until 1832.
Where's the archstone, by the way?
It's right up here.
Oh.
Right here.
Oh.
All the way back to 1832, which is when he... Basically, the nullification crisis of 1832, which is what it's called. long story short, John Quincy Adams, the president, in 1828, essentially put on a bunch of tariffs that the South didn't like because it essentially overtaxed a lot of the products that the South was producing. So then in 1832, John Calhoun proposed this idea and law, essentially, in South Carolina, which basically said, well, us as a state, if the federal government makes a law, should us as a state follow that law? Or if the should the state government have the ability to make their own laws that work with their own state?
Right. Also, where's the maiden? Am I insane? I'm just not seeing her.
Sometimes she goes by the
Down
organizer.
here?
Oh, there she is. So basically, that was like this whole controversy, and President Andrew Jackson actually was fighting with Calhoun and other Southern politicians for a couple of years, and basically saying, no, like the federal government has the authority over the country, and the state governments basically have to follow those laws.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what essentially the outcome was Jackson basically making a law kind of saying that, if you're a state, the state governments have to follow the laws of the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, that essentially really pissed off a lot of Southern politicians,
Mm-hmm.
and that was essentially the first real step towards the Civil War was, the South kind of getting mad at that.
Right, because they got butthurt because the federal government could tell them what to do.
Exactly, and they wanted their state rights to govern their own states.
Mm-hmm.
Well, essentially, anyways, the point I'm getting at is a lot of those, over the next few decades, a lot of the politicians, like congressmen, senators, representatives, whatever, from those states, a lot of them actually threatened to secede from the Union, even like 15 years before the Civil War even happened.
Mm.
And skip ahead to President Zachary Taylor. He essentially the same deal happened where New Mexico and Arizona were becoming states, and there was this debate of, well, should they be a slave state or a free state? Mm-hmm. And Zachary Taylor was hardcore pushing for, no, these need to be free states, because he didn't want any slave states ever. But the South kind of was already pretty angry at this point, and a lot of the South threatened to actually secede from the Union, even in 1850, which is 10 years before the Civil War happened. Then, ironically enough, Zachary Taylor died from eating what I and other conspiracy theorists point out as poisoned grapes, although, because he was at a party for the 4th of July. And he ate some grapes, and he essentially died a couple days later. Well, then his vice president, Millard Fillmore, took over, and he was a guy who wanted peace and everything. Mm-hmm. Sorry, you wanting to read this?
No, there's nothing important about it. All it does is nullify magic.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to watch what it did. It seems like what you would do is cast this around magicians, and then they wouldn't be able to do much.
Well, that's okay.
It's neat. I'm literally just getting it.
Right.
But anyway, Zachary Taylor died because he was poisoned.
So essentially,
he was sucking on someone's grapes, and then he got. Oh, hey, we got all the miracles, by the way.
Sucking on someone's grapes.
He was like,
oh yeah,
yummy grapes.
Someone like poisoned their grapes.
Yeah. What if you like lathered poison all over your bowls, and then you were just trying to kill this girl who?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.
Freak. So, anyways, Millard Fillmore came in and basically...
Who?
Millard Fillmore.
Oh.
He came into power and he kind of wanted peace. He wanted to save the Union. That was his whole deal. And he essentially made what was the Compromise of 1850, which, long story short, basically...
Sounds like a marriage thing.
It kind of was, but long story short, it essentially made some of those states into half and half. It kind of said, well, the states should have the rights to decide if they want to be slave or free. And we're going to leave it up to them.
That's actually kind of a thing that we still have, but not with slavery, where it's like there's certain rules in states that can override federal and vice versa. Actually, homosexual marriage was one of them.
Right. They kind of left it up to the states for that.
It started getting passed by the states, and then later on it was passed by federal government. Can I point something out, by the way?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a dick about this, and you can have your own opinion, but... I think it's fascinating how it took Obama so long to get to that.
To get to be president?
No, gay marriage.
Oh, yeah.
When he
2016.
When he's actually from the party that supposedly really supports.
Except for Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and all of them were strong advocates against gay marriage. Even when Barack Obama was running for president, in speeches, he advocated against gay marriage.
You know what's funny to me, though? Trump advocated for it.
I know. Trump is the first president in our entire history to advocate for gay marriage.
Like openly while walking into office.
Openly from the beginning. Advocating for gay marriage.
Yeah, I mean, you can hate the guy all you want, but I'm just saying that's interesting.
It is.
And especially, he's actually the first open conservative that I know of to advocate for it ever.
Yep.
Like in terms of in political office.
Yeah, he is.
There might be, I'm sure there's like state senators or state reps or city
but
reps.
President, you mean.
But yeah, like, well, especially up high in federal government even.
Right. It's kind of interesting.
Well, and he walked in and he said, they were like, what do you think about gay marriage? Like before he even was president, this is on recording. Like this was a few years ago, actually, like before presidency. And he said, look, honestly, I don't understand it because I'm not gay. Like I'm hetero, I'm into women. I don't really understand how someone could be gay. By the way, should I just die?
Yeah, I was going to say, go back to the Nexus.
He literally said that. He was like, I don't understand how someone really could be gay because I'm not. I don't get it. But, like, it's your life. You're not hurting anybody.
Right.
Like, why do I care? He
Right.
literally said that. He
Right.
said, like, I don't get it because I'm not gay, but I don't care.
Right.
And so to me, it was always like, how do people actually think he hates gay people?
He doesn't.
Like, I don't get that. Look, this is the thing with him and anyone. They're all open to, I thought I saw someone there. They're all open to criticism.
Right.
But please make it valid, Like, for example, Obama was an idiot about how he handled immigration. And he helped create those camps
Yep.
that would imprison people and kids and stuff.
Right.
Now, you can say, well, they weren't held for as long. That's the big argument. When people are willing to even acknowledge that he helped make them, the big argument is, well, the people weren't held for as long there, so it's okay. No, it was never okay, first off.
Right.
To hold people in that kind of thing. They should have just been immediately sent back. They shouldn't be held at all. But that's the system he created. And the reality is that there's no way to immediately send them back without holding them at least a small time.
Right.
We just don't have the resources. There's not 1 million people down there running it. And by doing that, he expanded it so that future presidents could run it the same or worse.
Right.
He created the precedent. And in legality, you always get annoyed with the person who created the precedent. Yes, people after them are bad, but if I come in and I win a court case and it's like, it's okay to shoot your child in the face with a gun, and I win that court case, and then someone pushes it further down the line. Now, by the way, I picked the most extreme example I could think of
Right.
to like not offend anybody.
Extreme to only some.
Yeah, I know, right? Like if I do that, well, here's the thing. If you come in 10 years later as a lawyer and you get something, more,
Right.
like you take that further, yes, you shouldn't have taken it further, but I created the legal precedent that allowed you to do that.
Right.
And that's what Obama did, and no one's willing to admit that. But at the same time, everyone blames him for the economy during that time. I don't blame him as much for the economy during that time because the only thing that the president really has to do with the economy is faith in it, unless they start passing executive orders that damage the economy. And if you look at his executive orders, they mostly were not about that.
Right.
So, like, I blame the state representatives and Congress
Right.
and uncertainty in the market for the economy. But there will be Republicans who blame Obama for the economy. I don't blame him for that. I
Right.
blame him for, like, other precedents that he set. And the point I'm getting at is all of these guys have done something shitty that you can call them out on. You don't need to make something up.
Right.
Like all of them, literally all of
Well,
them.
there's always valid criticism.
I literally think President George Bush used 9/11 to cause a war with Iraq.
Right. Well, he did.
Right. And you can be Republican and admit that that was stupid. Because,
Right.
like, they basically admitted later that they knew it was from Saudi Arabia and not Iraq specifically.
Right.
Like, the terrorists.
Right.
It was like Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia were the big, things, just in general. But not Iraq specifically.
Yeah.
And it's still debated to this day if Iraq had anything to do with it. So...
Right. Yeah, I mean, he just wanted to get at Saddam Hussein. And he found, like, his excuse, if you will. Jeez.
Yep, and that's what I'm saying. But I wouldn't go and blame him for something else he didn't do, right?
Right, like...
Like, I wouldn't say that it's his fault. Look, I know there's conspiracies about this, but I wouldn't specifically blame George Bush and say he caused 9/11.
Right.
Because I have no proof of that. I would just say he used the situation.
Right.
And it's like, you have to be... To me, you have to be valid with your...
Oh, jeez.
I might die.
Well, this guy is, like, insane.
Yeah, you have to be valid with your criticisms, or why should anyone take you or the criticism seriously?
Right.
Is what I'm getting at.
Well, and also don't be hypocritical.
Yeah. Well,
Like, don't ignore what Obama did to the immigration stuff, but attack Trump.
well,
It's kind of like both are in the wrong.
call out everybody.
Both are in the wrong. It should just not be a thing.
So here's what it used to be. It used to be this. Hey, I'm a Republican, but I can disagree with Republicans.
Right.
Hey, I'm a Democrat, but I can disagree with Democrats. Hey, I'm more of a centrist. I vote where the issues are, and I don't care as much about party. I look at the person running. That was what it was. Now it's like you're hardcore whatever, or you're not.
Right.
Like, respected, basically.
Right.
Which is really stupid. And I know I didn't mean to kind of hijack your conversation about the Civil War. I do want to hear more about it. But the point that I was getting to with all of this is technically that things have become so much more jaded and blind to, like, the problems of each party.
Yep.
And you can have your leanings. Like, you could be hardcore right wing.
Yep.
But you can still admit, like, hey, Mitch McConnell fucked up.
Like,
You know what I mean?
who even likes him? But yeah, I get
No
what
one
you
does.
mean.
I call him
get
Bitch
what you
McConnell
mean.
because I think it's funny. Is that clever? Bitch McConnell?
It's hilarious, actually.
Yeah, it's hilarious, dude. I got him. Dude, he's got like a turkey chin, man.
He does.
I don't usually insult people for their appearance, but that thing kind of creeps me out.
It is a little weird.
Anyways, he always looks like a deer in the headlights. Anyways, like, you could be conservative and say, hey, by the way, Mitch McConnell fucked up because the American people needed that $2,000 stimulus. Even the president that he supposedly was of the same party of said, let's do this.
Yep.
And he said, nah. You can be conservative and admit that. Just like you can be Democrat and not like Hillary Clinton. A lot of them didn't.
Right. A lot of them actually voted for Trump because they hated Clinton.
Yes. That's why Clinton lost.
Exactly.
Because she was such a smug bastard about everything. I mean, like, that's really what it was. Like, she came in and, like, knew that she won and insulted everyone around her and called the entire other base...
Deplorables.
Well, she basically called them morons, yeah.
Right, a basket of deplorables.
And bad people. And so it's like, it was hubris, I think, that cost her the election. I really believe that.
Right.
That it was hubris that cost her that. And
I would let that guy kill the pig guy.
oh, yeah. Why don't you do this part?
Otherwise, he's just going to shoot fire at you.
So what we're going to do here, we'll keep talking a little bit, but once we start shooting the dragon, I'm just going to fast forward through that part till we get to the part under him.
Okay.
Because we fought him a few times now. But yeah, I completely agree with all of what you were saying. Well, so what was the final catalyst then? Like, that dude died.
What dude? Zachary Taylor?
Yeah, he was sucking on someone's balls.
Yeah,
and
he
died.
was. He was. So Zachary Taylor was actually...
Sorry, by the way, I didn't mean to...
No, that's okay. So yeah, basically, Millard Fillmore pushed what's the Compromise of 1850, which essentially, long story short, gave both sides something that they were happy about with the situation.
More balls to suck.
And it actually, for the first time... Oh, he's poisoned. I'm not joking, for the first time in like 10-something years, the country was actually at peace. Like, people were actually happy with each other. Senators and politicians were not arguing with each other. Millard Fillmore left office and the country was happy. Which is something very funny because the South threatened to secede from the Union not even a couple of years before that. And Zachary Taylor actually took the worst possible path because he was a military general. He was famous for the Mexican-American War. Mm-hmm. That's actually how he became president.
Latin American War, please.
Sorry. That's actually how he became president, was because he was so popular with that war. Mm-hmm. Well, he took the worst possible path. He treated the South as he would a traitor in the country, or the military. Mm-hmm. And he basically said, if you succeed from the Union, I will personally lead the military myself and come and attack you. That's what he told the South, which actually like made them more angry, obviously.
Well, yeah, but they still lost.
Yeah, later on.
Yeah, sucks to suck, I guess.
So anyways, Millard Fillmore basically took the country and essentially made peace with the country. He essentially stopped the Civil War from happening for like another 10 years, which is something people don't actually remember, because no one even remembers Millard Fillmore was a president.
No, I never heard of that guy.
Exactly. But yet he did something that no
Millie
one else
Bobby
did.
Brown or whatever?
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, actually. So anyway, so my point was all saying, I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff happening now, where like you had the election fraud going on, and you know, whatever your opinion of it was still a debate in politics.
Right.
And did you even see that Texas, their state, actually was discussing seceding from the Union?
I've considered moving to Texas, actually.
I know.
Have you?
I have also.
We should both move to Texas. Seriously, we should.
That'd actually be awesome.
We should move both of our families to Texas.
Yeah.
And
you want to succeed from the Union?
Yeah, we should get Tinas to move. I want to succeed from the Union. What if it was General J? I changed my name. All right, listen here, maggots. I gotta make sure to say it the right way so no one thinks I said something else.
What are you with?
I'm down south. I might have said the F word there.
Oh no.
Guys, if you're in the South, I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding. You guys got... Here's the thing with the South. Okay, I'm going to just be point blank honest with you. You got some trash women. But...
Those are always the best, though, because they're freaks.
But you have some amazing ones, too, that are just like DTF all the time. You know what I mean? They're like the Valley Girls.
They're like freaks.
Dude, I love the Valley Girl accent, by the way.
Why?
I don't know what it is. I mean, I just think that they're like...
You just think they're like kind of dirty and...
Not dirty.
Freaks and...
Not dirty.
Like they would just...
Why do you keep referencing my NBA 2K16 character? Freak when see vibrations. You remember that character, how like... Okay, look. Your family in that game is black. And like I made my character white, so he was just like an adopted white guy. And they pretend that you're black, though, so it's like really weird.
I know, it is a little strange.
Anyway,
it's hilarious.
I just thought it was funny. Also, I think it's funny that how problematic it is if you think about it. So, like, you have the... Okay, hear me out. You have this struggling African-American family.
Oh, no.
They bring in the white kid, and immediately they are rich. Because he became an NBA player in like 2 seconds. See what I mean? It's like technically not very good.
I never thought of it that way, actually, but that's hilarious.
It comes off pretty bad, actually. It's like basically Tokyo Drift, how you have the white savior type thing.
Yeah.
Like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, except instead of, racing, it's just basketball. Hey, family, I'm here to save you from your own ineptitude.
It's like, okay. Can I hit him from up here?
Barely. What you really want to do is get under him. That's the poison hitting him.
Okay.
I know it like looks like you're hitting him, but you're not.
Oh, wait, yeah, I remember you showing a video of this.
Yeah, so you need to heal right now.
Yep.
This is going to be I don't know what to do here. How did we get under him? So...
Well, we got under him before because he was attacking the Bior.
Let's cut ahead.
Also, if our guy could actually aim just above him.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being like, oh, I can't go like this.
I know. I know. Like, literally, you have a bow. You could just go like that.
He's like, no, I can't do that.
My arms don't move past here. Hey, do you want like a little snack or something?
Sure. Oh, he's not poison anymore.
You can see if you could poison him. Because I mean, you could just keep doing the poison arrows and run them out.
Honestly, I'm not even hitting him, so I feel like I don't want to waste the arrows.
All right, thank God. Okay, so this has taken us what?
He died. He died.
Do you think this has taken like 2 hours?
I think so. Nice.
So you get a large-scaled flame demon soul. I don't even know what you do with that. I know that if you use it, you only gain 10,000 souls, so that's not worth it at all.
Oh, okay.
But the
We beat
guy's
him.
finally dead.
We got him. We got him, R2.
We had to poison him, what, like 5 times? Oh, I think that you just got invaded.
We're not even...
I know.
Human.
But you're going to have to fight this.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I thought I heard him spawn in. But anyways, we had to poison that dude like 3 or 4 times. It was annoying.
Yeah, well, we're done.
Yep.
We're done with that.
Okay, so can I just tell you what I was going to say, by the way? Because like by the time this comes out, he might not even be in office anymore, and maybe people won't be mad.
People
Again,
will still be mad.
you think what you want, but I just find it interesting how I rewatched... I went and found the...
This looks like a Strava, by the way.
It is a Strava.
Oh, it is?
He went nuts. Yeah, that's his soul
Oh.
form. Boy, he deserved better than to be cheesed like that. So, I went back and watched Trump's thing where he was like, hey, go home.
Yeah.
And nice victory. Oh, pick that up. And I was watching it because everyone was mad about it.
Yeah.
But he literally just said go home.
Right.
And people were like, well, he started the problem. It's like, okay, but
What do you want him to do?
he told him to go home. Like,
Right.
I guess I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe it's just because I haven't been mad for 4 years. What are you trying to do?
I think I'm going to go back and quick heal and then run back. Now the dragon's done, because we have enough to level up.
Oh, we do?
In case we die from a lot,
Oh, yeah, because
You know?
he can de-level you.
he can.
So we're kind of at the point, too, I would go back and I would check on the bot, like that soul, see if we can use that for any magic.
Yeah.
The large-scale demon soul. I can look that up.
So yeah, I don't know. It's the large-scale flame demon soul.
Okay.
Oh, the Azure Drake Dragon. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really know what people wanted him to do. You know? Like, you would have been mad if he would have said, all right, guys, it's time for the revolution.
Oh, yeah, that would that would actually be awful.
And you would have been mad if he said, all right, guys, I don't condone this, which he did, and said, go home, guys.
Well, and I think people are mad because he told them you are loved, but he says that kind of stuff all the time to people who like him.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't think that's bad.
Well, I think he sees it as just, these are my fans.
Yeah, but
I like fans.
Yeah, but go home.
Right. It's like, hey, cool, people actually like me.
Yes. This can be used to consume for 30,000 souls.
Is that it?
It looks like that might be it.
Wait, really? It's just for more souls?
I thought that you could use it for like a weapon or something.
That can't be right. That can't be right.
I feel like you're saying that because you're unhappy with it, but I think that might be it.
Oh, no.
Drawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended.
But
So the world might be mended.
That's it. However, killing that gave us more world tendency.
Oh, okay.
So that was
Well, that's good.
Good. You could do endurance. You can do whatever you want. I wish we could upgrade our faith and just keep getting more slots or more damage or something, but it's just, you don't.
Right. It's just basically upgrading the weapon strength.
And it's only 3 damage.
Right. I feel like I should do
Vitality?
maybe
again?
vitality.
Or endurance.
Let's do this, and then next one we'll do endurance.
Okay.
Art thou finished?
Art thou finished?
So do you know how to beat a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know how to dodge his stuff?
Yes, although I won't say I'm the expert at it.
Okay.
I'm not Baron.
I did get very good at it, but this was in the past, so if you're having problems, I can try it.
Right.
But we will
We will
see.
we will see. I wish you could like store your souls somewhere. You know, like you could have like kind of like an Animal Crossing where you have like your your bank or whatever, and you can store your money in there. What if you could like store up souls, so you could have like 500,000 souls in there? So when you get de-leveled by a lot, you can just re-level up again.
Me too, kid. Me too.
Okay. Okay, Han.
No, that was a reference to Mr. Incredible.
Oh!
I don't know, something amazing. Then he takes this out.
Well, he said amazing, not fantastic.